McDonald's has opened 300 locations over a 20-year period. In addition, Beast Burger opened 300 locations in a single day in December 2020. McDonald's is realizing for the first time in its history that a North Carolina kid is quickly becoming their worst nightmare. 100 people at a restaurant opening $15 million in sales in just under 48 hours and a combined following of 300 million people. This is the story of how Beast Burger is trying to take down the clown.
Thousands of people crowded the American Dream Mall for a restaurant opening.
It seemed to be more about the owner, though, than the food.
Some 2,000 people lining up overnight for a burger place.
Burgers are a big business. The world has never seen anything like MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, before. He is not only the world's largest and most powerful influencer, but also a brilliant businessman. Jimmy may challenge McDonald's as the industry's dominant player with his enormously successful chocolate brand Feastables and fast food chain Beast Burger. MrBeast is YouTube's current king. It is anticipated that Jimmy may surpass the enormous corporate channels on the platform with its 131 million subscribers and exponential growth each day. Jimmy has the potential to become YouTube's first billionaire, thanks to his numerous channels and successful businesses. Every minute, nearly 100,000 burgers are consumed by Americans. That's enough burgers to circle the globe 32 times. Even a Big Mac index was used by economists to determine exchange rates based on the price of a Big Mac in two distinct nations. McDonald's owns approximately 45% of the global fast food industry and has been unstoppable for many decades up to now. MrBeast has made use of his 300 million followers all over the world to take advantage of unheard of ways to run a fast food business that no one, not even McDonald's, can match. Beast Burger is not your standard fast food establishment. Beast Burger didn't have any physical locations up until recently. Ordering food was limited to food delivery apps. Therefore, you might wonder how a company can sell food on demand without a physical location. They are referred to as ghost kitchens. A kitchen could be considered a manufacturing facility. The equipment used here are expensive. It has the same operating costs, regardless of how many customers you serve. Therefore, when you sit on your sofa on a Saturday night at 7 p.m. and order your 7 takeaways for the week, your neighborhood's burger shop is extremely busy and operating at full capacity. The innovation of virtual dining concepts comes into play here. By utilizing the algorithms of food delivery apps, VDC's innovative business model is also prepared to capitalize on the flourishing trend of food delivery. Due to the fact that they will only be listed on the apps of customers who are within a certain range, which is typically around 5 miles, restaurants cannot deliver through these apps. They can guarantee that every customer in a city will be able to receive their delivery by collaborating with restaurants strategically located throughout the city. Their business model involves contracting with existing restaurants worldwide to manufacture the product and using influencers who have the largest and most dedicated followings. Beast Burgers are the option here. Branded packaging is provided to the restaurants. As for fans of MrBeast, it appears to have come from Beast Burger rather than their neighborhood's burger shop. To cover their expenses, the struggling restaurant receives a substantial revenue share. Additionally, MrBeast and virtual dining concepts are compensated handsomely for their efforts. It's a win-win circumstance for both, and it is working. Beast Burger has skyrocketed to become one of the most popular fast food chains in America. In addition, Beast Burger has shared over $100 million in revenue as of July 2022. A good way to make money from your audience, but it has a few drawbacks too. Overall, this tactic sounds fantastic. Meet Kevin, an online analyst, made a brief prediction that Beast Burger might succeed McDonald's. Kevin said that Beast Burger doesn't make money selling food. The majority of its revenue comes from franchising the business idea. McDonald's, a fast food giant, has tried and tested this model for years, and it has been very successful in their business. Jimmy is the same way. Jimmy's Beast Burger, like McDonald's, does not take a cut of the profits. Instead, they charge franchisees regular fees. So, why aren't other businesses doing like MrBeast? This model, like everything else, has some drawbacks. Quality assurance for all third-party restaurants can be challenging. As a result, fans in some areas have voiced their displeasure with the slow delivery times, cold food, and improperly prepared food. Therefore, this raises the question of whether or not Burger King, McDonald's, and other fast food restaurants should adopt this business model. Despite their similar offerings, McDonald's and Beast Burger actually pursue very distinct objectives. Famously, McDonald's president Harry Sanborn once informed McDonald's founder Ray Kroc that the company is not really a fast food chain. It is a real estate firm. From Times Square in New York City to Red Square in Moscow, McDonald's owns thousands of famous buildings worldwide. McDonald's has expanded internationally by purchasing underutilized real estate. McDonald's receives a cut of food sales from franchises, but McDonald's receives a much larger share of its revenue from the rent it pays for its real estate. After all, Times Square is expensive to rent. However, a Big Mac isn't. In addition, despite the fact that McDonald's still receives a significant revenue share from franchisee sales, the company receives a significantly larger revenue stream from leases and the 38,000 franchisee-owned restaurants. In contrast to Beast Burger, which only has one location, this is a completely different approach. While larger fast food franchises scramble to find suitable infrastructure to promote their products, Beast Burger is able to expand without having to worry about finding a customer base because they already have an unimaginable amount of demand. First and foremost, Beast Burger would need to improve his weak trash talk if he wanted to compete with McDonald's on this scale. Second, he probably would start a franchise and hire an experienced CEO to run the business. MrBeast already used this strategy before. They hired the former president of RXB Hour, which Kellogg's bought for $600 million to run Feastables. Jimmy should open a flagship store in each of the world's major cities and make an appearance at each of the openings, as Beast Burger did with its first physical location. This will carry a large number of clients to the cafe and produce a great many impressions nearby. The announcement of Beast Burger's arrival in the city and the surrounding area will be made at their grand openings alone, and from there you can expand into smaller towns and districts. The power of influencer marketing has been demonstrated by Beast Burger's success. The method by which creators like MrBeast acquire customers for free is the primary advantage they have over businesses like McDonald's. In 2020, McDonald's spent $1.62 billion on advertising in the US. That contrasts with MrBeast, who don't need to promote Beast Burger as he himself is an influencer. This is a huge advantage for MrBeast, and more fast food restaurants are working with creators to reach their audience. For instance, Charlie D'Amelio and Dunkin' Donuts are working together on an iced coffee product. Travis Scott and Mariah Carey are two other influencers with whom McDonald's has worked in the past. Wendy's was advertised by Rick and Morty. Because influencers would rather monetize their own audience by building their own businesses for profit, traditional businesses are finding it harder and harder to secure influencers each year. The beginning of the end for traditional influencer business models has been clearly demonstrated by Beast Burger. Sponsored posts and affiliate marketing will no longer generate revenue. Instead, influencers are partnering with vertically integrated manufacturers like Prime by KSI and Logan Paul to produce their own private label. These guys have taken on one of the most competitive industries in the world and are winning even more, so the idea wasn't even theirs.